I think it's the first time probably in my life, or at least in my adult life, that I truly feel like I'm accepting of the person that I am. I feel like I learned more about myself in 6 hours than I knew about myself in the 39 years I've been on this earth. I have 4 children, and it was the single most meaningful event of my life. So I think that's saying a lot. It really, truly, I feel like gave me a second chance at life in being a good mom, in loving myself, in being a good colleague and leader on my team at work. I have nothing but positive things to say about the organization. They deeply, deeply care about human beings. Gabe and his team of people are just phenomenal and amazing human beings, and it is seen in their work and in their outcomes. My psilocybin experience was very intense. I described it as the best and worst day of my life. It was a very insightful experience. There were some really difficult periods of time that I would say got to some really dark places and things that I've experienced. But overall, the overall experience was one of the most meaningful and positive of my life. I wanted to try psilocybin as a holistic alternative to dealing with symptoms of depression and anxiety. My overall goal was to find more inner peace. I feel like I was really good at creating peace around me, creating peace for my family, creating peace for my colleagues. I was not good at creating and sustaining internal peace. There was some self-hatred that I was experiencing, not new. And so in terms of goals and intentions, it was really to focus on and find internal peace, and not just in the short term, but in a way that I could maybe understand myself better and sustain that internal peace for long periods of time. I have a high level of self-acceptance now, where I used to say that, think it, hope it. It really sits within me now. It's not perfect, right? There are days that are still hard. There are weeks that are still hard. There have not been months that are hard. Odyssey can only be described in using positive language. The whole experience was so positive, from Zoom meetings ahead of time to kind of like integration practices when we were there, the journey itself, getting to see the space where we would be taking our journey, just feeling really comfortable in that space, knowing where I was going to be in the room, knowing what was available to me and what the process was going to look like, how I might use the restroom, that we would have, eye mask on. Just what that whole day would look like sitting in that space was extremely helpful. If you're considering this experience and trying to weigh pros and cons, I can tell you that it far exceeded my expectations. I can also say that I have pretty high expectations. I would say go in with an open mind and an open heart. I think they do a really great job of laying out the agenda, of preparing you ahead of time. So take advantage of those things. If you get to meet one-on-one with a facilitator ahead of time, that made me very comfortable. If you're doing a group setting and you get the opportunity to meet with other folks that'll be there, I think that was really helpful. I felt comfortable. I had already been on a Zoom or two with those people, got to know them a little bit, at least names, where they were from, a little bit about them. And also take the integration practices seriously. They can make a huge, huge difference in how you feel and how impactful the experience is for you.